Hello, I'm Super Orange Cat, and here I am with South Park related news. We have the new name for the fourth episode of the 23rd season of South Park that will be airing this Wednesday night at 10 p.m. This episode is entitled Let Them Eat Goo. Now, the basic synopsis we got from the press release is that the citizens of South Park are moving toward a completely plant based diet. Cartman is pretty sure the new food in the cafeteria gave him a heart attack. And this seems to be kind of going off the trend it had last week, where usually South Park would literally directly confront a current event of the past week or two. Instead, it looks like it's going to hit something that's kind of been more of a general trend over the last few years, like how the anti-vax movement has gained steam over the last 3 or 4 years or so, and now it's kind of tackling, I guess, veganism in this episode because plant-based diet basically says veganism. Because vegetarianism, you can technically eat some stuff that comes from animals, but so it's about veganism. So I wonder how long until Mr. Mackey's like, uh, I'm a vegan guy. You see that happen. That'd be interesting, Steve, if something like that happens. But in general, based on the picture here that I have for you here, it looks like this, I guess, this like safari guy right here on the left is like the new chef. Since if you remember, the chef did get killed off in season 10 and the real guy who voiced him anyways died a few years back, Isaac Hayes. So we're never gonna get Chef again. So it's gonna be this guy, I guess, at least for this episode. And it's about, I guess, the fact that all the kids have to put up with like the new trend of plant-based stuff. Boys don't like it, especially Cartman doesn't like it because, of course, he's the fat ass. So of course he's not gonna like the veganist diet. So he's gonna complain about getting a heart attack, which again is very similar to the premise from last week where Cartman didn't want to take a shot because he was scared of getting a shot, so he went on this whole anti-vaxxer thing, which seems to be the most Cartman thing to do. And it looks like it'll be a similar trend this episode. But another thing I noticed in this description that hasn't been there for any of the other episodes of season, no mention of Tegridy Farms. So it is plausible we're gonna get at least a 1 week reprieve from anything Tegridy Farms related, which is plausible considering that we kind of had a climactic episode about Tegridy Farms last week, with the ending being that Randy and Tally make up, and Randy deciding to no longer sell his marijuana to China. But we're probably gonna get more Tegridy Farms again the next week. Let's be honest here. Or even if it's not mentioned here, we might get some Tegridy Farms. As you can see here, Stan is still wearing the 100% hemp shirt from his dad's company. So, what do you guys think? What do you think about South Park tackling veganism as it appears they're going to tackle this week? Leave your comments down below. If you want more South Park news content like this, please subscribe. Please hit that like button and hit that notification button. I'm Super Orange Cat, and that is all.